October 2010, and Spurs had impressed in their first Champions League campaign, keeping pace with reigning champions Inter Milan at the top of Group A. Jose Mourinho had left Inter for Real Madrid after their Champions League triumph and been replaced by Rafa Benitez, a figure familiar to Spurs after his time at Liverpool. Tottenham's biggest hopes of causing a shock in Italy appeared to lie with the informed Welsh wideman Gareth Bale. Would this be his night? We'll find out with commentator Simon Brotherton.
Inter's coach Rafa Benitez has gone with a bold lineup tonight that includes a couple of young crowd pleasers in Felipe Coutinho and Jonathan Biabiany. Diego Milito misses out though through injury. Tottenham are without the suspended Rafael van der Vaart, with Dawson, Defoe, King and Chorluka also among those unavailable through injury. Luka Modric will provide the craft. Gareth Bale is in fine form, while Peter Crouch leads the attack. This just the sort of match that Tottenham's fans have been craving for many a long year. Biggest stage of all in Europe here. Match day 3 of the group stages. Lucio for Inter. There's Crouch getting his foot in. Stankovic retrieving possession for Inter. To Samuel with plenty of time in possession here. Biabiany. Both sides going for attacking lineups here in this match. Maicon up against Bale. Zanetti finding the youngster Coutinho. First touch of the game for him. Eto'o with the pass. Zanetti's there first! Oh, what a start for Inter! A goal up inside 2 minutes! And it's the captain, Javier Zanetti. The perfect start for Rafa Benitez's side. Zanetti involved twice in the move, initially bringing Coutinho into the play, ultimately the pass coming from Samuel Eto'o. And it was a precise finish from 12 yards out from the 37-year-old Argentinian. Well, the match barely starting and Tottenham already a goal down. Sneijder. Full of tricks. Biabiany full of speed and upended, and Gomez is going to be in big trouble here. Inter with a penalty and Tottenham down to 10 men. And we haven't even played for 10 minutes. Gomez stands on his line, but he's going to have to go off. Having committed the foul here. Referee Damir Skomina has shown the red card to Tottenham's goalkeeper. And a rocky start to the evening for Harry Redknapp's side. Could just be about to get a whole lot worse, with Samuel Eto'o having the opportunity to add a second goal from the spot. Carlo Cudicini on for Gomez. Luka Modric is the player being sacrificed here by Spurs. Eto'o doesn't miss many of these. And he hasn't missed this one either. 2-0 in the 11th minute. And this will be a real test of Tottenham's character. Cudicini's first job to pick the ball out of the back of the net. And last season's Champions League winners off to a flying start here. Cudicini guessing right, but still unable to get his hands to the ball. Well, it's all Inter here. Tottenham just need to settle down a little bit, ride out the next few minutes, but it's going to be a long, long evening potentially for them. Down to 10 men so early in the match. Coutinho. Sneijder. All hands on deck here for Spurs. This is Maicon. Lovely little flick. Stankovic! It's 3! Inter running riot. 3 goals inside the opening quarter of an hour. Unbridled joy in the stands at San Siro. A few empty seats here for this one tonight, but there'll be plenty of Inter fans who haven't turned up, who would rather wish they had now. Look at that, beautiful touch from Stankovic, delicate return. And Coutinho rooted to the spot. Here's Zanetti, lots of room in midfield here. Sneijder as well. Some of Inter's play pretty mesmerising in this opening half. Basson will come across here against Eto'o. Relieved in the end just to concede the corner kick. Well, it's a damage limitation exercise you sense here for Harry Redknapp and Spurs, the way this match is panning out. Sneijder with the kick, lashing across the goal from Stankovic. Still in play here. Fine save from Coutinho to deny Stankovic. Inter pushing and probing for a 4th goal. Maicon. Here's Zanetti. Set the ball rolling with that early goal in the 2nd minute of the game. Inter haven't looked back. Space here for Maicon, up against Bale, the little deflection, taking the sting out of the cross. Genus, challenged by Stankovic. Free kick there, and given against Jermaine Genus for his challenge on Felipe Coutinho. Here's the effort from Stankovic, pure athleticism. Pushed away by Coutinho. Lennon with the flick. Here's Crouch. Haven't seen much of Tottenham as an attacking force in this first half. Now Lennon. Couldn't get that one in past Christian Chivu. Able to wrong foot Zanetti here. Here's Crouch at the far post. First real sighting of goal for Tottenham in the game. Peter Crouch unable to keep the header down. Maicon let him go completely there, almost seemed oblivious to Crouch's presence behind him. Sneijder. Maicon available once more. One team in this game. Here's Eto'o now. Chance for 4, and it is! And it's turning into an utterly miserable night for Tottenham. They are being taken apart here. Eto'o's 2nd of the night. Inter's 4th. And we're still 10 minutes shy of half-time. Well, Tottenham arrived in Milan with high hopes of producing a memorable performance, but it's been an embarrassing first half for them. Down to 10 men inside the first 10 minutes. And Inter out of sight before half-time. dozen shots on goal in the first half from Inter. Quite sublime attacking play from them at times here. Tottenham have just got to try and keep the score down. Beautiful play. Chivu, a little too high for Biabiany. Now Maicon brings the save. Not once but twice. Superb stop from Coutinho. Goodness me, it was nearly 5. Well, Inter at times here look as if they could almost score at will in this first half. Maicon had 2 bites of the cherry here. Coutinho equal to it. Assou-Ekotto towards Crouch. And it was a little hopeful from Spurs. It fizzles out for them, and once more they're on the back foot here. Back to room for Coutinho. Into added time. Just a minute. Tottenham will be glad to get in at the break without incurring further damage. Coutinho, he's away from Hutton. 3 times. What a goal that would have been. Wonderful play from Coutinho. Player more than capable of getting the crowd up off their seats. Certainly led Alan Hutton a merry dance there. Much to ponder. Well, it's been a first half to savour for Inter. They've been utterly brilliant. Tottenham started badly and things have only got worse. It's a damage limitation exercise for Harry Redknapp and his team, but they trail Inter at half-time by 4 goals to 0. Well, the first half was an utter rout. Is there to be some minor form of revival here for Spurs as they look to restore some respectability, at least to the scoreline, if possible? A reminder, of course, they are down to 10 men following the early sending off of goalkeeper Aurelio Gomez. Spurs on the canvas, 2 goals down inside the first 10 minutes of the game. Inter utterly dominant and mightily impressive as well so far, it must be said. Can they keep the momentum of that opening 45 minutes going here? Here's Walter Samuel. Now Stankovic, scorer of the 3rd goal. Maicon, who's had a fairly straightforward evening thus far against Gareth Bale. Tottenham's threats sporadic at best. There was that header from Peter Crouch over the top of the crossbar. Hasn't really carried a threat at all. Header away by William Gallas. Well, he'll be happy with the way that his side have played with such attacking verve and creativity. Lucio, the defender's getting involved in it now. Biabiany. Here's Lucio. Wesley Sneijder. Dragged that one away from Gallas. Sliding in was Genus. And now Bale. Up against Maicon. Away from him. Away from Zanetti. First time Bale's really stretched his legs, and what a goal! Magnificent run from Gareth Bale. Tottenham suddenly spring to life early in the second half. And at last those travelling fans have got something to cheer about. What about this for a run? Zanetti was left chasing shadows. And Julio Cesar could only stand and watch as Gareth Bale guided it into the bottom corner. Assou-Ekotto. Touch from Crouch, back in towards Bale. Maicon with the block. Biabiany, now it's Assou-Ekotto's job to try and get back goal side. Here's Santon on as a substitute. Oh, superb stop from Coutinho. Santon really tested him here, so nearly a fifth goal. Not the most powerful of shots. Coutinho down very, very quickly indeed. Maicon certainly looks happier going forward than backtracking. Coutinho. Here's Eto'o on a hat-trick, of course, after his 2 goals in the first half of the game. Here's Gareth Bale once more. Eto'o sensing the danger, quickly across. And Bale told to get up and get on with the game by referee Scormina. Here comes Maicon. Suddenly Inter threatening again. Coutinho unable to guide it home. Inter just taking things a little easier, you sense, here in this second half. Not quite foot to the floor. Damage was done early in the evening. Certainly at times lost a little of its edge that it had in the opening half. And here's Coutinho. Playing with real confidence. Very, very lively indeed, and it was certainly worth a crack. Comfortable night for Inter. And at times they're threatening to increase that lead. Genus. Gallas. Hutton nearby. Here's Lennon. Hutton up against Santon. Space for the shot. Always rising high over the top of the crossbar. There's certainly been an easing of the pressure in this second half on Tottenham. Inter certainly had them by the throat. They've gone down a gear. Here's Sneijder. Interception there by Bale. Lucio gets his foot in there, and Bale suddenly now is in space. Robbie Keane racing forward to get up with him. Oh, and he didn't need him! Stunning strike from Gareth Bale. Late in the day, and to little avail, but no less spectacular for that. Gareth Bale's second goal of the night, and in many respects it was almost a carbon copy of his first goal. They cannot cope with his pace and strength. Again, Zanetti unable to get near the young Welshman, and again he finds that bottom corner with laser-like accuracy. Much talked about, of course, Gareth Bale, and however much he was worth before this match, imagine he might be worth a little bit more now, with people across Europe seeing a performance like this with goals like that. Added time, but Tottenham certainly adding respectability to the scoreline here. Maybe time for a third. It's Bale! It's a hat-trick! What an incredible finish to the match! 2 goals in 2 minutes from Gareth Bale. An extraordinary hat-trick on one of the biggest stages in world football. Tottenham were out of the match at half-time, seemingly dead and buried. And suddenly now, in added time, Inter are going to be scrambling, trying to hang on to a slender lead. Suddenly Tottenham playing like men possessed here, and Inter sloppy in the second half. Might still get away with it, but they really will kick themselves here if this one suddenly slips away. They were so dominant, and of course they've had a man over for most of the match. Tottenham down to 10 men from early on, and suddenly it's the home crowd whistling, urging the referee to blow that final whistle. Little look at the watch there from the referee, and Inter have hung on to win, but not without a mighty fright right at the end. Gareth Bale with a sensational hat-trick, and a rout turned into a measure of revival for Tottenham Hotspur. It's Inter's night though, a match that was effectively over as a contest in the first 10 minutes of the game. Inter 2 up, Tottenham down to 10 men, but in the end they came back well and really made a game of it. And a match that will be long remembered. Inter 4, Tottenham Hotspur 3, and Gareth Bale will grab all the headlines.